Welcome back, everybody. Here we are in Cloud Base Northeast, I believe, picking up where we left off. We currently have one mission running with a ship on its way back to his destination over in Cloud Base Northwest. Well, actually, same place here. Let's see if he's here. Yes, there he is. Actually, we are in Northwest. Where's he going? Oh, he's not destined for Cloud Base Northwest. See, this is important. You got to learn to start reading everything shown to you on these displays. Now, I've probably logged 300 hours on this game, and I still managed to screw that detail up. So it's actually pretty important to pay attention to every piece of information that's given to you when you go looking for it, especially when you go looking for it. Now, we'll check the mission status. We've still got 35 minutes left, and as fast as that ship is moving, there's absolutely no problem getting that back there in time. Now you'll notice that the first mission that we did was an asteroid scan, and that was only paying about 2,000 credits per asteroid, so it was a good reward. But notice the payoff on this. Now that we've completed that first mission and our faction rating went up with the locals here, the missions will start to pay a little bit more each time we do them. That's the reason that we're fiddling around with things that pay us little tiny amounts of money. Simply because eventually they will start paying ridiculous amounts of money. Okay, so we're going to undock here. I just parked at that random station so we could save and move on. Later in the game, you do acquire the ability to save while flying around in space, but it's called salvage insurance, I believe. But we're not going to waste our time or money with that. We're just going to do this the old-fashioned way. Now, something that occurred to me is that we don't yet have a life support system for our cargo bay. Now, the last place I remember that had one of these is quite a bit out of the way. It's actually way over, if we zoom out, actually. Oh, what button zooms, damn it? I forget. Let's try it. Nope, that ain't it. Ah, mouse wheel does it. Okay, so it's actually way over here if the map were drawn all that far out. Fortunately, we are in a fast ship, and we're really just looking for missions to do anyway. And there's a couple we can check on.
You are talking?
Got something. Stop gawking.
Anti-smuggling, that's boring stuff.
Got something. Stop gawking.
Stolen ships are not quite as fun as far as missions go, because those typically require you to attack a ship that's got a person in it. And that means they have a tendency to shoot back. And you have to be very careful about not destroying the ship. You just have to damage it enough to make the pilot eject. Then it turns into a return my abandoned ship mission. You have to pop out of your ship, repair the thing, and fly back in, or send it to fly back in. And really, it's just not worth the extra hassle, because if you accidentally trash the ship, they treat it like you were a pirate that attacked the thing.
You are talking?
They give you no credit for having, the mission to go save it.
Transmitting information now. Do you want the job?
Here's one of these jerks that needs a passenger transport ship. He doesn't want to sit in a cargo bay. No. Doesn't want to pull a Firefly. He insists on having a nice, shiny ship to tour around in. Well, he can sit and stir. Right. So, on we go. We're going to fly through this north gate here. We'll call this some exploration, too, just for fun. We actually need to go to Talati space to find a cargo life support system. And it wouldn't hurt to do some missions for the Talati anyway.
System 3 worlds.
Because those guys trade with everybody, and it's good to have good relations with them. Alright, so here we are in 3 worlds. This is a nice, mellow system for now. I actually haven't played Albion Prelude enough to know if this has a plot, if it plays a role in the plot or not.
Free Argon Trading Station.
Let's see what they've got for sale. Meh, nothing all that impressive. I suppose we could actually, since we have some money now, we could go upgrade our cargo bay extensions. Let's do that.
Docking granted. Autopilot activated.
Because remember, we're going to be looking for missions to do on the way to Teladi space, so we can always make some money on the way, and hopefully have enough when we get there to buy a cargo life
On behalf of our
support system.
President and Senator, the Argon Federation welcomes you aboard.
Okay.
Connection to local trading network established.
Now you can see our ship isn't ever going to really hold a whole lot,
Cargo bay extension installed.
but
You
we
have
can.
gained recognition.
Handy. But we can at least carry a bit more stuff this way, including the ever useful energy crystals for the jump drive that we will eventually have. We gained some recognition with the Federation too, so that means we'll make a little bit more money with missions done in Federation space, which we're now leaving, or Argon Federation that is, and the people will eventually be more willing to give us missions in the first place, which is always a plus. Now, what direction are we facing? Perfect. We want that north gate, so let's go fly through. I'm totally abusing CETA here. Oops. Here's an important one. This is the mission that we had to return that ship. We need to relinquish control.
Incoming message.
Now we've finished that mission. If you don't do that, they think you've stolen it, and then they come after you for the ship, and they do nasty things to you. Cool. So, that should gain reputation a little bit too, or recognition rather. Excellent. So that mission's out of the way. Now we need more. And we need to expand our map some more too. Where to, computer?
Entering system. Kingdom End.
Ah, the Boron home system.
Military outpost.
These guys won't sell to us just yet, at least not too much. Actually, ooh, there's something handy. Maybe they will. Let's see if they will.
Docking granted.
Huzzah!
Autopilot activated.
Sorry, I'm a little excited this morning. It's because I've actually had some decent sleep. What we're going to be buying here is called the Triplex Scanner. It's the best scanner you can get in the game, and lets you
Successfully docked.
scan the furthest
Kingdom of Boron bid you
away
a
from your
peaceful
ship.
welcome aboard.
Connection to local trading network established.
We definitely want this upgrade in our ship.
Triplex scanner installed.
So, now we can see as far as we possibly can. This is essentially, I think this actually lets us see past communications range, which is awesome. That, as you can see, immediately improved the range that we can see. If you look at my map, this is automatically just filled in the entire sector. Fantastic. Alright, so we want to head to the east gate. You can see our map is getting a bit more expanded now too. And we started out in Heron's Nebula and no indication of what was around us. And we've already got ourselves up into, 3, 6, 9, 11, 12, 15 systems. Uh-oh. I see the autopilot spazzing out. There we go. That's a little better. This might be a short episode this morning, but I'm just going to fly, look around for missions. I may have even missed a few here in Kingdom's End, but...
Entering system. Logs. Autopilot off.
Right, we're not going to let autopilot deal with that. Okay, so we're just going to fly around and explore a bit more.
Start mixery. M. Alpha.
Let's see what these guys want.
You are talking.
What do you Boron show you?
Nah, sector charts aren't that interesting.
Start.
You are talking
Not anymore.
to the...
What do you? I have work of much honor.
Nope, they want a ship, which we can't
Crystal
afford to
fab.
give them.
M. Alpha.
We're too far away from the crystal plant. Yeah, we can definitely target now outside communications range, which is
You are
great.
talking to...
How may we are pleased. Would you like to have this?
Not in the mood for a covert operation. I will do one just to demonstrate how tedious they can be, but that won't be in this episode. Queen space. I know the Teladi are to the east of here, so that's the reason we're going this direction. I know it. Thrill City, isn't it?
Entering system. Queen's space.
A big part of the opening game of X3 is exploration. You just have to do the legwork to get a feel for how many systems there are, how everything's laid out, and really where everything is. Now that gate's a long way away, so we're going to be able to scan this entire system as we go. I don't think there's any big asteroids in the way, like straight in our path, and if there are, we can dodge them. The autopilot is not perfect at navigating asteroid fields like this, so turning it loose and then getting up to get a cup of coffee or something to eat may not be the wisest decision in the world. You may come back to see the game over screen. All because some idiot in a transport flew in front of you and your ship automatically turned to avoid him and smashed straight into an asteroid.
Menelaus's frontier.
It happens. It's annoying. You scream, "Why?" And then you reload. So yeah. Also make sure you save often too. Now this is a huge system. You see my triplex scanner doesn't cover the whole thing. Should give you some idea of how big the thing is. Alright, let's fly through one more system here, and then I will dock and quit. And we'll call episode 3 here a wash. Oh, he's got something. Looks like a combat mission, but he might have more. It's worth noting, by the way, I don't think anyone's noticed this yet, but I do play with the keyboard and mouse only. I don't have a joystick hooked to this. Never really found much of a need for it.
Wonderful timing. I have a task that would suit. This mission should offer you no great challenge. Would you like to have this job?
Is an interesting mission. If I had more time this morning, I would probably take this one. What's interesting here, actually, I don't think my ship has any weapons, so maybe we wouldn't take this one. Let's take a look. Anyway, a defense mission means you just hang out around a space station and you blow up any targets that show up that are hostile. Pretty simple. Let's look at the weapons loadout. I have no weapons. Great. So, I'm unarmed. If somebody decided to pick a fight, I'd be screwed. Well, I would turn tail and run, actually, but I'd still be screwed. It would just take a couple missiles to turn my little tiny explorer, my discoverer ship here, into a smoking husk of debris. And that would kind of suck. Alright, so this is the last system I'm going to fly into. Hey, look, there's a pirate up there. Ooh, there's a pirate there. Yeah, good time to dock, I think. Let's go dock here.
Telati Space Equipment Dock.
Hey, it's the Telati. Never mind, this might be all we need. What equipment have they got? Well, they have a bunch. They do not have the cargo bay life support system, though. That's a bummer. I'm still going to dock here and save anyway.
Autopilot activated.
Let's see if they've got anything useful. Explorer command software is pretty handy for a Discoverer once you're not flying in it anymore. You turn an Explorer Discoverer loose, and it'll map out an entire system for you, scan all the asteroids, and do that sort of cool stuff. Patrol command is moderately useful for larger craft, like fighters and corvettes, even capital ships, really. We have the boost extension, I believe. What else? Got a mineral scanner. Freight scanners are kind of meh. If you're going to be a pirate, those are useful. But since we're not gunning for that, it's not too useful for us. Oh, it looks like they've got weapons that our ship can equip. That's good to know. I might actually do that. Just load up a couple pulse emitters, and it's better than nothing. At least we can chip the paint before somebody kills us.
Successfully docked.
On behalf of Chairman CEO, the Telati Company wishes great profit to you and welcomes you on board.
Connection to local trading network established.
Let's make sure my ship can actually cope with that. Info, that's the right page. Impulse ray emitter, that is the weapon of choice. I think that's the only weapon you get on this ship. Okay. We can afford 2.
Impulse ray emitter bought.
Huzzah. We'll go ahead and equip that.
Impulse ray emitter installed. Impulse ray emitter installed.
Cool. Now we can be a mosquito out in the skies. Okay, that's going to be it for part 3. In part 4, we'll continue our hunt for more missions and a life support cargo bay extension. Until then, take care, folks, and we'll see you again in part 4. Take care, everybody.